let me make sure I have this all okay. We are going to add some weights today. So I'm using 2-pound weights. Normally I would probably use 3, but coming off an injury, I'm going to stick with 2. All right, so grab some weights. Everything can be done without it if you don't want to use them. And let's get started. And we are set. Okay. Let's get started. So we're going to start with just a nice breath. So I've got my weights off to the side. Not going to use those for the moment. I'm going to be in a nice, comfortable kind of little V position through my legs. The legs are open. And we're just going to inhale. We're going to lift those arms up to the ceiling as we inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to stay tall. Press that air out of the lungs. And again, inhale. Reach for the ceiling. And exhale. We're going to do that again. Inhale. We're going to stay with those arms up to the ceiling. And then we're just going to reach. We're going to reach one arm all the way up, and we're going to come back and reach that other arm all the way up. We're going to feel that stretch all the way down the side, just kind of warming up that body. And a couple more. And then we're going to go ahead and bring those arms. You lift those arms up to the center, and we're just going to add a little rotation. So we're going to reach that arm behind. And we're going to bring it back. We're just going to follow through with the body. Don't worry too much about the pelvis. If it comes with you a little bit, that's fine. I would not want to see you lift off one foot to twist, right? So both feet are going to stay down as you twist. I'm just getting into that nice rotation. I know Patty worked our obliques a lot on Monday. So we're going to get that little stretch. We're going to work a little bit of them today, not as much as she did. And open and come back to center. Hold here. Just take another inhale and exhale. And this time as we come down, I'm sorry, we're going to do that one more time. We're going to leave those arms up. Hold. We're going to take our right arm. We're going to reach it down to the floor. And then from here, we're going to reach our left hand to the ceiling. But we're going to reach our right hand to the floor at the same time as we bend. Reaching to the floor. We're still reaching that other arm up to the ceiling. And then engage your belly, lift back up as you lift that other arm back up to the ceiling. So now right arm stays to the ceiling, left arm comes to the floor. Reach to the ceiling, reach to the floor as you bend. And pull that belly in as we lift both arms to the ceiling. Let's do that one more time on each side. And reach, bend, reaching those arms in opposite directions, one to the floor, one to the ceiling. Pull that belly in as we lift back up. Last one, and reach. And stretch and pull that belly up and bring those arms all the way back. Grab our weights. So we're going to basically do the same thing, but we're just going to add a little weight. So we're going to be able to feel what that weight does. So we're going to start holding those weights in the hands. We're just going to start with our breath. So we're going to inhale, lifting those weights up. And now exhale, feel the weights, reaching those arms to the floor, pressing that air out of the lungs. Inhale and exhale. Keep that belly pulling in, keep your length of your spine. Again, inhale and exhale. One more time. We're going to inhale. We're going to stay with those arms to the ceiling. So we've got kind of that weight, we're pulling our belly in, we're just reaching one weight a little higher, and we're coming back and reaching that other weight up. So it's the same work, just kind of reaching and crawling our way up to that ceiling, stretching those sides. And one more time, and bringing those arms all the way down. And a couple more breaths. Inhale. You should already feel those arms kind of warming up, right? It's amazing, right? Just that little bit of weight and whew, feel those arms already. All right, we're going to lift those arms to the ceiling one more time. Lift them up. From here, take that right arm, reach it to the floor. And then reaching that opposite arm to the ceiling. Pull that belly in, lift that arm back up to the ceiling as you stand tall. And left arm down. And then reaching those arms apart. And pull that belly in and lift. And reach. And bend. And pulling that belly in. Really think about growing tall as you bring those arms to the ceiling. And down. And bend. And lift. And this time, bring those weights together. Bring them right to the chest. So we're going to do this one instead of the arms out in front. We're going to keep them here. So we're going to take that right arm. We're going to extend it open, and we're going to twist, looking at that weight as you reach it behind you. And then bring it back to meet in the center of the body. And open. And twist. And center. And open. And twist. And center. And up. Twist. Center. Let's do one more each side. And twist. Center. Last one. And twist. And center. I want you to go ahead and come back to your parallel position. Just a little hip width apart. I'm going to actually take both my weights in my one hand. You can just use one if you prefer. I like a little extra weight on this one. So from here, we're going to just let that weight kind of carry our arm away from the shoulder, right? So from here, we're going to go back to the bend. So we're going to bend in that same direction, feeling the weight drag our body over towards the floor. Once you get there, let that arm kind of relax, right? And now engage your belly, hold the belly in, and think of lifting all the way back up to straight. Let's do that again. Inhale, feel the weight, dragging the body over, relaxing that arm, hold that belly and lift. Really make that come from your abdominals. Inhale, bend. Exhale, engaging that lat, that oblique on the opposite side. Inhale. Pull the belly in and engage. And inhale. And exhale. And over. And exhale. Really thinking, draw that belly in towards your spine. Engage your lats, engage those obliques on that opposite side. We have about 3 more. And over, exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And let's switch that to the other side. And again, just kind of feel that weight, carry that shoulder from the ear. Let's start here. So soften those knees, make sure you're not in that locked position. And inhale, let those weights carry that body over to your bend position. Let that arm relax. Pull that belly in and exhale. Lift your body back up. And inhale. Weights carry, relax the shoulder, relax the arm. Exhale. Make sure that you're trying to relax. Believe it or not, you can get here and you can get tense to that shoulder. So make sure that arm is really relaxed as we pull ourselves back up. Inhale. Draw that belly in. Engage those obliques. Lift. Try to keep the shoulders out of the equation. And exhale. Let's do 4. Exhale. 3. 2. 1 more. And yes, good. All right, we are going to come to the floor. So we're going to come to our little mermaid position. We did some of this stuff on Monday with Patty. It'll be a little different today. So find a comfortable position for you. You don't have to worry about both your hips being down, but if it's too far up and you find that you can't sit up, you can go ahead and come into a position where you feel you can, and you can even do this in a cross-legged position here. Okay, so I'm going to start here. I'm going to again grab my weights. I'm going to start with them right at the chest, like we happened before. So the first thing here is we're going to widen our collarbone, kind of pull those shoulders back, and then we're going to press those hands forward so that we form that big round circle between our arms, our hug a tree position, right? So We've got this big tree. We're hugging this tree. Movement is going to come from the shoulder. We're going to inhale as we go. We're going to exhale, pull our belly in, stay nice and tall. Let's just do this a couple of times. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. So you can notice that there's the shape of my arm is not changing, right? So I'm not opening from my elbows. I am opening from the shoulders, closing from the shoulders. The shape of my arm does not change. Exhale. We're going to add on. So on this next one, we'll do one hug-a-tree. Inhale. Exhale. Holding our hug-a-tree, we're going to twist. We're going to come back to center. We're going to twist in the other direction. Come back to center. Do our hug-a-tree. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, twist. Exhale, center. Inhale, twist. Exhale, center. Again, open. Close. Twist. Center. Twist. Center. Open. Close. Twist. Center. Twist. Center. One more time. Twist. Center. Twist. Center. And rest. We're going to put that weight down. And all you're going to do is just lay down on this. So we're going to come into this sideline position. We're going to hold on to one of your weights. So bring that with you. I'm going to bring my arm all the way down to the floor. And I'm going to keep the leg that's on the floor bent. And I'm going to reach my leg that's on top, nice and straight. I'm going to take the weight and I'm just going to place it right on top of my thigh. And I'm going to put a little pressure there as well. And I'm going to start with a flexion of my ankle. So I'm going to start by reaching that leg away, right? So I'm constantly thinking of reaching through my foot. I'm going to keep that weight right on the side of my leg. And I'm going to exhale as I lift. Inhale as I lower. Pulling my belly in. So as I reach out through my leg and I lift that leg at the same time, I'm going to notice that my waist underneath is always going to stay slightly lifted from the floor. Okay, I'm not going to feel it sag and sink into the floor. Exhale. And up. And up. And just really let that weight kind of rest on that leg so that you're adding on to this movement. Just what we need, right? This movement's not hard enough as it is. Okay, we're going to hold here. We're going to bend the knee, but don't let the knee come forward. So as you bend that leg, just like on Monday, if you were here on Monday's class and Patty was doing the ball, she had the ball behind the knee. This is kind of a similar place, right? So my leg is reaching away from my hip. My knee is in line with my hip. And then from here, I'm going to go back to that lift. My foot is still flexed. Exhale, little lift. So now I'm going to feel this a little bit more in my knee, right? But keep that weight there. Think about that kind of ball being behind your knee, like you're slightly squeezing it. Pulling that belly in. Try to keep that waist lifted from the floor. Oh my gosh, there's so much to think about. And up. And up. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Rest that leg down and relax. You're going to go ahead and put the weight down. I'm going to take that top leg. We're going to bend it in front of that bottom leg and just give yourself a little stretch for a moment. So kind of stretching that hip a little bit. And we're going to take that bottom leg and reach it out. And if you want, you can take that weight, find that place. Okay, find that place. You're going to have to kind of hold it there. But we're going to add it to that inner leg if you'd like. We're going to flex that ankle again on that bottom leg. And I'm going to reach it long. So I still feel my waist lifted from the floor. And then I'm going to exhale as I lift. Inhale as I lower. And up. And up. Good. Think about where that weight is. I like the weight because it really gives us a place to focus on where we want to lift from, right? We want to lift from that inner leg, like we're pressing that weight up to the ceiling. And 4, 3, 2, we are holding. 1, hold, little pulse up. So pulse it up, lift it as high as you can, pulse from there, hold that belly in. And 5, 4, 3, 2, we're holding little circles, little circles. We're not going to do a lot here, so this is 4 more. 3, 2, 1, reverse that circle. Try to keep that leg reaching, try to keep that waist lifted. We have 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and lower that leg. Awesome. All right, we are going to come up and we are going to come to seated. We're going to grab those weights again. And we're just going to start with some nice little hold-ins. So from this position, just arms kind of in a comfortable position, you can keep them down or lift them up. And we're just going to start by scooping out our belly. We're going to tuck that tail under. We're going to slowly curl back down. And you're going to try to take it as slow as you can. And head comes down last, arms come to the ceiling. Believe it or not, with weights, sometimes the curl downs can feel easier, or curl ups. All right, we're going to keep those eyes at your weights, and as they start to lower, we're going to follow it with our eyes. As our chin comes to the chest, we're going to curl up, and we're just going to reach all the way towards those feet, giving yourself that little stretch, sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to do that again. And scoop that belly, tuck that tail, curl back. Nice and slow. Eyes stay looking at the weights until the very end. The weights come up to the ceiling. And again, and follow through with the eyes. Chin comes to chest. Curl up. Reach it forward. Stack it up. We're going to try that again, but this time we're going to bring the weights up and not all the way above the head, just a little. We're going to stack our spines. We're going to try to sit as tall as we can to begin here. And I'm going to pull my belly button into my spine, and I'm going to feel my glutes engage. I'm going to tuck that tail, and I'm going to try to keep those arms above just slightly as I curl down. This is much more challenging when it gets to the end of the curl. And then I'm going to bring my arms down by my side, and I'm going to place my fingertips on top of my weights, and I'm going to curl up, and I'm going to roll those weights forward. Good. And I'm going to pick those weights up again, lift them up, stack my spine, scoop, curl back, nice and slow. Keep pulling that low belly in. My low back is going to come to that mat first. And then I'm going to bring my arms down to the side. And I'm going to curl up, reaching those weights towards those feet. And I'm going to hold. All right. So on this next one, we're going to only curl down about halfway. You're going to do what's comfortable for you. So from here, we're going to just scoop that belly, curl back. Weights are going to come to that underhand position. And we're going to find that place where I can feel my belly. I can engage my inner legs. My elbows are kind of by my side to begin with, because I want you to be able to test this, right? So just those nice little bicep curls here. Inhale, exhale. And I'm going to go super slow, like slow motion. Inhale. And 4. Engage that belly, challenge yourself in that lower abdominal region. 1 more. Arms down, reach forward, curl up. Give yourself that little stretch. Come back up to seated. So we can stick with that same one, or we can engage our biceps. I can engage the biceps just a little bit more, right? So from here, we're going to curl back. And hold here. So we're going to keep those arms lifted. And we're going to go right back into that bicep curl. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And again. And 5. Keep the shoulders down. Try to keep that collarbone open. 3 more. 2. 1. And curl all the way up and stretch. And so now we're going to come and we're going to go back to our seated position. You always watch out for each other. All right. Thank you. All right. So we're going to come back to our seated. I know some of you probably thought I forgot. Little do you know. All right. So we're back into position. Find your position. We're in our heavy tree. So we're just going to stick with the heavy tree for a moment. So we're going to inhale and exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And exhale. So let's go ahead, do one more of these hug a trees, and then we're going to change that up, right? So we're going to do one hug a tree, close. We're going to twist on the inhale. Exhale, back to center, twist the other direction. Exhale, now we open. And we close. We inhale. We exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And open. And close. And twist. Center. Twist. Center. And open. Close. And twist. And twist. 2 more times and we're done. Open. And close, and twist, and twist, and last one, and twist, twist, and rest. All right, coming back down all the way to our side. So the bottom leg is going to stay bent, right? Top leg is going to lengthen. We have that one weight. We're going to place it on top of that leg and flex that ankle as we reach that leg away. We're going to feel that waist kind of come up from that floor. And then from here, let that weight kind of rest and lift and lower and up. So keep reaching with that leg and up. I keep thinking of reaching through my heel and keeping that body really long, pulling my belly in. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to just have that leg straight out from that hip. We're going to bend that knee, keeping that foot flexed, knee straight out from that hip. And we're just going to do lifts here. So we're going to lift up and up. So try not to go into external, right? Just leg is parallel. We're just lifting from that weight, pressing, thinking of where that weight is at on your thigh, and just pressing it straight up to the ceiling. We're trying to press it up. Keep that waist lifted if you can. Try not to let it sag into the floor. We have 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And lower down. We can put that weight down. And then from here, we're just going to do that little stretch first, where we can take that foot, bring it in front of the other one. You can kind of press it away a little bit. Stretch the hip. And then we're going to take that weight back. And I'm going to extend my bottom leg. I'm going to go into that flexion again. I'm going to place that weight right on my inner leg. Kind of hold it there, but I'm going to let the weight rest as much as I can. I'm going to lengthen that bottom leg till I feel that waist gently come away from the floor. Keep reaching through the heel as we lift. And lower. And lift. And up. And really think of where that weight is resting. And think of pressing that weight up. That's where you want the energy to be coming from, is right there. And up. Let's do 3, 2, 1. We're holding. So we're going to lift it up as high as we can. And we're going to pulse it from there. Keep that belly pulling in. Keep that leg reaching. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it there. Circle it. Little circles. Try to keep that body nice and still. 4 more. 2, 1. Reverse that. Little circles. Keep reaching through that heel. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower that down. Go ahead and turn onto your back. We are going to come back to our seated position. We are going to do our roll downs. So hands are going to come in front. We're going to start with those weights on the legs, right? And we're just going to kind of drag them with us. So we're going to pull that belly in, tuck that tail as we curl down. Nice and slow. My eyes stay at the weights until the very end when my head comes down, the arms come to the ceiling. Deep inhale, exhale, follow with the eyes. As the weights come down, chin comes to chest, and then we curl all the way up, reaching towards those feet. Stretch. Coming back, stacking our vertebra, and scooping, tucking the tail. Eyes staying at my feet or my weights. Nice and slow. Head coming down, weights coming up. And exhale again. Follow through with your eyes to the weights. Curl up. Little stretch. Stack it up. So from here, we're going to start with those arms lifted. Really think of stacking that vertebra to begin. Scoop that belly, tuck that tail. Try to keep those arms up as we curl down. Nice and slow. And then weights come down alongside. Hands gently on those weights, curl up, rolling those weights towards those feet. And then coming back up, arms up, and scoop, and curl. Keep pulling that low belly in. Low back comes down first. Upper back, arms down, and curl up. Those get harder the more we do. All right. So from here, we're going to finish off our kind of bicep shoulder work, right? I'll do it this way. So from here, we're going to go back into that little scoop position. So we're just going to scoop out that belly. We're going to come back to our elbows up, and we're going to come into that kind of bicep curl, right? And we're just going to hold that. So we're not going to be doing the actual bicep work here. We're going to be doing shoulders. So I'm going to pull my legs together, those inner legs. I'm going to lift from the shoulders as I reach the hands slightly back. My abdominals engaged. Inhale and pull those elbows down. And again, the shape of my arm does not change. Right? The elbows stay bent. The movement is from the shoulder. I can really, when I get those hands behind me, I can feel those belly muscles start to shake. And 4, 3. So if you can't see me shaking, rest assured, I am definitely shaking. And 1. Down, reach forward, curl up, give yourself that stretch. And we have 1 more. So we're going to go back to the same that we did earlier, where we're going to add on a little twist. So I'm going to bring my hands right into my chest. I'm going to scoop that belly. So we're still starting with that scoop. I'm tucked in, my tailbone is underneath me. And now my right arm is going to open and I'm going to twist in that direction. Following it with my eyes. Bring it back, staying in my scoop. I'm going to go to the other side. And open. And back. Keep pulling that low belly into that scoop. Keep drawing those legs together. Reaching those legs in front the whole time. and one more each side. Last one. Forward and reach and stretch. All right, are you ready for the rest of our arm work? So we're going to come up to standing again. And you guys know the drill on this one. We've done this one numerous times, but it never gets old. All right, I'm just going to put one of my weights down. I'll go to the side here so you guys can see me in the video. And we're going to start. I'm going to have my weight in my right hand. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to step forward with my left leg, right? So from here, my right foot, my heel is going to be up. So I'm on my toe with the leg behind me. I'm going to go ahead and hinge forward as I bend both my knees. So this is my position that I start from. My arm is resting, it's relaxed, right? So from here, we're just going to start with that arm opening and closing. And open. This is an inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So I like this. It incorporates a little bit of that balance too. So really think as much as you can about keeping that belly lifted from the floor, ribs staying closed here. So we want to keep them laced. Let's do 2. And 1. We're going to flip that hand so that it kind of faces behind, and we're going to go into the lifts behind. So it's exhale, inhale, exhale, and up. Keep that belly lifted. Think of lacing those ribs closed. Try to make sure you're equally balanced in your feet, that you don't have all your weight into the front foot or all your weight into the back foot, that you feel the balance between the two. And 3, 2, we're holding it back there. Hold it back there. And from here, we're pulsing up. Use the back of the upper arm here. So think of the pulse coming from there. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, pulse up, hold, open slightly. Now close, reach the weight behind your back. Open and close. Arm stays long and straight, but you're trying to reach it kind of towards the center of your back as you squeeze the arm into the body. Keep that belly lifted. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Keep that arm behind you. Lift it a little higher. Bend only the elbow. And press. Bend and press. And if you're feeling this kind of in your legs and your glute, guess what? That's good. And 5. Squeeze that elbow or squeeze that tricep as you straighten that arm. 3 more. 2, 1. And stand tall. Woo, that was fun. All right, let's go to the other side. So weight is in my left. Right foot is going to step forward. Left leg, which is behind me, my heel is lifted. Bending both legs as I hinge forward. All right, here's my start. We start with the lift. Up and down. Exhale. And lower. Keep those ribs nice and laced. Find that balance. You're on an extra pad like we are. It does become a little bit more challenging for the balance. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that arm in. Face that weight behind you. We're going into our lift. And up. Keeping that arm nice and long. Keeping that belly lifted. So you're reaching that arm behind you as much as you are lifting it up, right? You're still reaching, we're keeping that arm nice and long. 3, 2, 1, hold it up there, hold, pulse it from there. Think of that upper back of the arm as we pulse. Belly is lifted. Remember, you're balanced through your feet. You're getting tired on one and the other. Try to balance it out. 3, 2, hold it there, open slightly. Squeeze it back, open, and squeeze. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back, hold, lift it a little higher, and bend the elbow, and press it back. Bend, and press. Almost there. 4 more. Shoulder down. Keep that belly up. Last one. And stand nice and tall. Shake out those legs. Great arm work. Got our arm work for the day. What did Patty say on Monday? It's like, if we do this all year, we'll be ready for summer. doing our summer arm work starting in the fall. All right. Yeah. We're a little behind. Let's come down. All right. Let's go ahead and roll ourselves down gracefully. Yes. Hands are, I still have those weights. I'm just going to curl down all the way. I'm going to bend those knees as I bring my head down. I still have my weights in my hands. I'm going to clasp my hands together and I'm going to take my weights behind my head. I'm just going to let my head kind of rest on the weights as my elbows open. And I'm going to find my neutral pelvis position. So you know what that means, right? If I were to look at the top of my body and my hip bones and my pelvic bones form a triangle. And that triangle is on the same plane. If my pelvic bone is high, it means I'm pressing my back into the mat. If my pelvic bone is low and my hip bones are high, it means I have a huge arch. So I want those all to be on the same plane. And then I want to think of taking a nice deep breath in. And as I exhale, I'm going to sink back of my rib cage to the mat without losing the pelvis position. Try that again. Inhale. Exhale. Sink the back of the rib cage down by keeping your pelvis in neutral. So let's begin with our lift. So from here, as you exhale, head stays resting on the weights, but we're going to curl up. My chest is going to look towards the knees, and then I'm going to curl back down. And again. So I'm trying to keep my head rested. I'm trying to get the movement from my chest so that I'm not, I'm using the weight. I'm letting myself add the weight to the movement. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. One more. And then we're going to come down. We're just going to lift those legs to tabletop. Exact same thing. So from here, feel that pelvis down and in neutral. Let's exhale, curl up. Inhale down and up. And 3, 2, and 1. Come down, hold. Take those weights out from behind your head. Extend those legs to the ceiling. Weights also come to the ceiling, but now I'm going to rest them on my legs. And this time as I curl up, I'm just going to slide my weights up towards my ankles and then slide them back down. And up. And down. And up. So don't bring the legs towards you. Legs stay in the same place. It's only the curl up from your upper body that's bringing your weights up the leg. Let's do 3, 2, 1. We're holding. Lift those weights up. Hold. Pulse them up. Pulse. 5. 2 more. And curl down. Ooh, and rest. All right. We're going to place, I'm going to take my left weight and arm, and I'm going to bring them all the way. I'm just going to stretch my arm out, all the way out to the side, right? I'm going to do it on the left. I'm going to bring, sorry, I'm trying to decide which way I want you to do this. I'm going to also bring my left leg to the ceiling. I'm going to keep my right leg down, so my foot is going to stay planted on the right, okay? My right arm is going to go to the ceiling. So opposite arm, opposite leg are lifting. As we exhale, we're just going to curl up and reach towards the toes with the right. I'm going to get a little bit of my oblique. Inhale down and exhale. And inhale. Try not to let that leg move. Try to keep that leg steady and stable. And 3, 2. We're going to curl up. We're going to hold. Curl up. Rest that weight on that leg and pulse. Really try to get into that oblique. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Curl down and arm opens. Left arm up. So right leg, left arm, and we're going to curl up, reaching towards those toes. And down. Try to keep that leg from moving. Remember, all this can be done without the weight. And 3, 2. We're holding. Curl up. Rest that weight on that leg and pulse it up. 5 more. 3, 2, 1. And curl down. Set those weights off to the side. Hands come down by your side. We're just going to do a couple of bridges here. Get our spine back in order. All right. Start from your neutral pelvis position. Begin by pulling that low belly in. And as we do, we tuck the tail. We feel now that back press into the mat as we curl up into our bridge position. Hold at the top as you inhale. Exhale, soften from the shoulders. And release the spine all the way down. Let's try that again. And scoop that belly, imprint that spine. Curl up. Hold at the top, deep breath in. Exhale, curl down. Nice and slow. Think of slow motion here. And scoop. Peeling that spine up and off that mat, one vertebra at a time. Hold, deep breath in, and lower it down like a string of pearls, one at a time, until you find your neutral pelvis position. Hold here. We're going to just pull those feet in and come to your toes. So heels are going to be lifted. We're going to do the exact same thing that we just did, but just with the heels lifted. We're going to curl up. Coming to that bridge. Hold at the top. Exhale, curl down. All the way to your neutral. Let's try that again. And exhale, scoop out that belly. If you cramp it all through your calves, just lower the heels down a little bit and curl down. Reach those arms long. Try to keep those shoulders wide. Deep breath in, exhale, curl down. One more time. And up. And curl down. And set those heels down. Take those feet out, wide stance, go to your external position. All right, so we're not going to curl. We're just going to lift. So our spine is going to stay in neutral the whole time. And we're just going to press our pelvis straight up to the ceiling. As soon as we do, when we get to the top, we're going to hold there for a moment. Our knees are open in our external position. Feet are flat. We should feel our glutes have to connect here. So lead with your glutes. Lower down. Straight spine. Tap, lift. All right, lower. Tap and lift. And lead with the glutes. Keep those shoulders out of the ears. If you need help with that, open those arms out, palms up. And 3, 2, we're holding. Up, hold. Should feel those glutes nice and squeezed. Pulse it up with the glutes. Use those glutes to pulse. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower all the way down. Hold here. Last one, we're done. We're going to lift our toes now, coming onto the heels. We're going to lift up to our bridge. So just press that pelvis up. Hold. All we're going to do is swivel on those heels as we bring those knees towards each other. And then open them back out. And squeeze. And open. And again. 2, 1, open, hold. Now pulse, open, only pulse, open, open, open. Lift that pelvis a little higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Okay, we're good. We just have to stretch now. Okay, lengthen those legs out, arms come to the ceiling. We're going to do one last curl up. And chin comes to chest, curl all the way up. I think we hit just about everything today. And so we're going to sit with that nice, grab your weight, nice open position. You can have one of those weights in front of you. I'm just going to roll that weight forward as I stretch between the legs. Rounding my spine. I'm just going to hold here, and I'm going to let myself relax in this position. And as I relax, I can maybe stretch or press that weight out a little extra. Coming off this injury and not exercising for about a month, the stretching is the hardest thing. That's where I lose it. I feel like I've gone backwards. Hopefully it will come back quickly. And curl up. We're just going to finish off this stretch to the side. You don't need to use your weight for this one. I'm going to take my left arm behind me. I'm going to reach my right arm kind of towards that left foot. Grab onto that ankle or outside of the ankle and just stretch here. And come all the way back up. I'm going to do that on the other side. Taking my right arm behind me, taking my left hand to that opposite ankle, kind of to the outside, and stretching there. And then coming all the way up. You guys are done. It's nice being here again, finally. Yay. Thanks, you guys. We'll see you guys next week. All right?
My arms are so flat.
Bye, you guys. Have a